All right, so let's get right to it. Players on an Oklahoma high school girls basketball team are speaking out right now. They're reacting to a sports announcer calling them the N-word after they kneeled during the national anthem at a recent game. The announcer was caught on a hot mic using the offensive language. Listen. Wow. The announcer has apologized. He blamed the rant on a spike in his blood sugar, explaining that he suffers from type 1 diabetes. Meantime, some of the girls from the team talked about the comments during a press conference yesterday with their attorney, Ben Crump. Here's some of what they said.
I took a knee to stand against social injustice and racism. And when I first heard the news that our team was called the N-word, I was just in disbelief. And the broadcaster should be held accountable so something like this doesn't happen in the future.
The NFHS, the network that broadcast the game, released a statement saying, in part, quote, "We are aggressively investigating the incident and have immediately cut ties with the third-party production crew that was involved." They also said the network firmly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination. The girls' team did go on to win the state championship. Yes. Okay, so what do you all make of this? And what do you think of the announcer's explanation for his comments? Please write us in. Before we start, Al, I just want to say that we, as a show, we reached out to Dr. Pyle Coley. She's an expert when it comes to medicine, and we asked her about the diabetes excuse. She said, yes, if you produce a ton of insulin, you could get somehow foggy, but it doesn't make you racist. And that's someone that would be producing a ton of insulin. So
then she blocked your number for asking that silly question.
I know, but we
appreciate we do our due diligence on this show.
We have to, so yes, squash that. It's an excuse, a poor excuse. Shame on him. Go Al.
You know, it's a couple things. One, Jeff, and you know, you played high school sports at a high level. You played in college as well. Going to states is a big deal. Huge. It's something that will probably be the pinnacle of your athletic career, and that's a big deal in itself. And I think about 20 years from now, when they're girls now, women, when they get together and watch this thing and they're laughing like, look at your ponytail, they'll remember that this happened. So that was taken away from them, and that does make me sad. But you know what? It really makes me think about myself and the coming conversations I have to have with my young son about his interactions with the police and things like this. And it's something I keep putting off, because I know that just like these girls, they're not going to be the same person going into that conversation as they are leaving. So I'm sorry this happened to these girls. I keep calling them girls, but they are girls actually. But I'm happy to say that a lot of these women have incredible Division I scholarships coming up, so they have a bright future. They
do. And before you chime in, I just want to get Erica in. Erica, considering that you've been very transparent on our show about situations where you have been called that horrific slur, what advice would you give to these young girls, considering, you know, that everything that you have gone through?
Oh, young queens, winning is the only answer. So kudos on that. Yeah, you continue to win, you continue to vibrate, you continue to level up, because people are coming for you when you vibrate that high. This is very reminiscent of Don Imus calling the Rutgers basketball team nappy-headed hoes after their wins, the pinnacle of their success. And now we're having the conversation about racial slurs, as opposed to some people who should be celebrating something really special and important. So win, always continue to win, because no one can say jack when you win.
Yes, Erica, well said. Okay, so Jeff, there's more controversy over Cardi B.